cultural framework. And it's our goal, Deborah and our goal is to engage the whole community to support all kids, because we do this here within Pinal County with the kids that are on probation. However, we'd like to serve like the entire community with that culture and really push that out. But what we need is treasure hunters. So you guys are the treasure hunters. As probation officers, we're treasure hunters. Deborah is very creative within our department. She's created the Tree of Hope, treasure hunter, posters for us. So we're really trying to put that out, but we, a few of us from Pinal County were able to travel to Yuma and really see what it looks like when the whole community is engaged with this framework. So they have in Yuma, I think Wells Fargo, there's a bank, there's schools, there's so many community organizations that work together, have the posters up, have this, the framework set up for these kids. And it's not just probation kids, it's all kids within the community. So just to see that in Yuma was very inspiring, I guess, for us to really go out into the community and see, you know, other people that can help and just not within here within juvenile probation. But to just give you a little more information about Kids at Hope. So there is a pledge, a Kids at Hope pledge. I know you guys have probably heard, like, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. It's like the community raising, you know, these kids, like we all come into contact in our different areas that we work in. So it's just having that framework and believing in these kids. So when we come across, you know, kids that we were adults that have belief in them, that they can succeed. So we connect with them, and that would be, you know, anybody that comes in contact, you know, having caring adults in their life, and some kids don't have that. So being able to provide opportunities for success, having high expectations for the kids. What we do within our department, we time travel, and that's providing, you know, resources within like the home and family, hobbies and recreation, community and service. So providing different opportunities within the community that the kids can get out and do service in the community. So for example, we just had recently a event at the Night Out, and from that event, one of our kids, he was able to get a job at a local restaurant. So he connected with those people from that restaurant, was able, you know, to go in and interview and get that job. The other thing too is just education and career, and just making sure that, you know, everybody has an idea of what Kids at Hope is, and that they're the adults in their lives or in whatever agency that, you know, they come in contact with, that they can provide that support for them and that connection. Do you want to add to it?
Well, no, Adriana and I work together as a team, and we discuss, we try to figure out who we can go and talk to have them support these children that don't have any support at home. So we try to build that relationship with the child, and not only with the child, but with the parents. And there's many barriers out there. So we try to overcome them barriers and give them thought. And if you'd like, I can go on ahead and let you know what a treasure hunter does. They're supposed to do. So we've had parents read the treasure hunter pledge, because we give the kids each a card. On one side, it has the Kids at Hope. And the Kids at Hope pledge is, I am a kid at hope. I am talented, smart, and capable of success. I have dreams for the future, and I will climb to reach those goals and dreams every day. All children are capable of success, no exceptions. And so our kids learned that. We even had, at one point, Adriana and I had them do a little rap. So I'd go to one house and I'd have one of the kids do one part, go to the next, go to the next, go to the next. And at the very end, I had one of the parents read us the treasure hunter pledge, and that is all of us adults. And as an adult and a treasure hunter, I'm committed to search for all talents, skills, and intelligence that exist in all children and youth. I believe all children are capable of success, no exceptions. And so it makes us feel good, like when a child, you know, learns his pledge and learns, to go out, and we talk about education. They go and reach out to their advisors, but with the encouragement that Adriana and I and the community give them. If the child feels welcome, then he feels more comfortable speaking to them. And the same with the parent, because of all the barriers and stuff. They don't speak to all, but you build that relationship, you build that trust, and then we can go on ahead and push them out to different types of resources that we have and that we have already established. So, I mean, it's good. I mean, for the parents, we just did an event. What was it? The drug one.
Oh, the overdose.
Yeah, the overdose prevention walk. We did that, and parents, I mean, we had our tree of hope out there, and we had our leaves, and the kids, goals in life, and they'd write their goals. Parents were reading the Treasure Hunter Pledge, and they thought it was cool. So just that makes you feel good. We're reaching out to the community to try to get them involved. So that's us.
Bob, can I share a picture real quick? Do I have access to
You
share?
do. Yep.
Perfect. So can everybody see the picture of the tree? Okay, so this is what we call the Tree of Hope. This is something that Deborah created out of cardboard. We take this to the events that we do within the community. It's called our Tree of Hope. And we have youth fill out a leaf, and on the leaf they write what their goals are, what they want to achieve. And then we put it on our tree as a reminder of why there are kids at Hope and what they want to accomplish. This is something it's kind of rolled out to all our satellite offices within juvenile probation. So we have a tree pretty much at every location now. We have a tree that we take out into the community for our events. And overall, our goal is just to have the community start adapting and accepting the philosophy of Kids at Hope and start practicing it within our schools, within our businesses, and just spreading that knowledge and belief with our young people. Do we have any questions?
I'll ask a question. I've had the opportunity to do some training in the juvenile detention facility for Julie Niven and their teaching staff there. And I saw the Kids at Hope stuff all over. And I guess a question I want to ask is, in that context, and then maybe in the larger context of juvenile probation, what difference do you see does it make for the kids that are in your programs?
Adriana?
So I can share a recent, this didn't happen with us, but we do have the signs here in our office. And somebody shared with us that a kid came in to the office, and she had asked him, what do you think is going to happen to you? And he pretty much said, you guys are going to take me to jail. You guys aren't going to help me. But they were able to see, the signs, the Kids at Hope signs. And they, in the end, it was like, no, they do care. They want to help. But I know the kids that Deborah and I have worked with, people think that it's for little kids, it's for elementary school kids, but we have high school kids, and they just thrive from it. Everyone needs hope. Everyone needs to be able to hang on to something. And so our kids that come in that, are going through the situation and going through the season of their life with probation now, we want to provide that to them. But I feel like if other people, if we could have even more treasure hunters out there, that would just be perfect, you know, going into the schools. And if they could connect that way. Deborah and I were at a home and going through the Kids at Hope pledge, because we usually have kids read the pledge when they first get on probation and throughout the time that they're on, just to remember that most of the kids can just, they don't even have to look at it. They know the pledge, you know, by the time they're off probation. But there was younger kids that were there and were like, oh, I know what that is. So I'm not sure what schools have Kids at Hope, but there was a school at that time that, you know, had the Kids at Hope philosophy within their school. But we have seen a huge difference. And I think that, you know, overall, this is something very positive for the kids and the families. Like Deborah was saying, you know, the parents getting involved.
Anyone, any other questions? If we were interested in learning more about Kids at Hope, what would we do next?
So we have trainers within our department, one of them being Julie Nevin with the detention school, Florence School District. No, it's actually the Pinal County School District. And then one of our employees, they can provide a training to say this group or whatever group that we can put together on Kids at Hope and what it is, and just start that process.
Gotcha. And you can send me follow-up information about how to get in touch with trainers or get in touch with you if people are interested in doing the training.
Absolutely, yes. You can let me
great.
know and then I'll start the ball rolling.
Gotcha. Anyone have any other questions? So thank you so much for being willing to present today, and 1,000 apologies for not getting the Zoom information to you or Zoom communication to you earlier. But you were able to adjust and it worked out just fine, I think. So thanks for doing that.
Of course, thank you.
And it looks like we have something in the chat. It says, I love this. This is a great idea. And I guess to me, a question I would ask this group is there any interest in scheduling a training for Kids at Hope with the membership of the Casa Grande Alliance? Then I'd be absolutely happy to coordinate that. If you all wanted to learn more about it, maybe we could schedule it here. Are you doing it in person or via Zoom, or how does that work?
I believe we can do it either way, whatever is the best for the group.
Okay. And how long of a presentation is it? How long is the training?
I would have to get back to you on that. Our initial complete training was 4 hours. Okay. But I believe we can do overviews, which is probably an hour and a half max.
Okay. Gotcha. So we can see about getting that scheduled, see if there's interest in scheduling something like that.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And any other questions?